Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Anderson High School. It's our first broadcast of the new year, and the Navarro Vikings are in the building to take on your Trojans. Good evening. It is January 4th, and the Trojans enter tonight's game fresh off of a very successful tournament for them out in Round Rock. They went, I believe, 3-1 in that tournament. Their only loss coming once again to Westlake, but they kept it under 10 again. That's 2 games this season, though Anderson has kept, that's 2 games Anderson has lost to Westlake, but both of them they were kept to less than double figures as far as the deficit goes. That's one of the best marks of any team in the state against Westlake. Westlake, of course, one of the top programs in the state of Texas this season and pretty much perennially, but Anderson been able to hang tough with them. This is a very good basketball team now, getting ready to go deeper into this district slate with this game against Navarro tonight. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all surviving this bout of cedar fever in Central Texas. I certainly am not, and quite frankly, I don't really appreciate being forced to come into the Greenbelt at Anderson High School and sit amongst the cedar trees, but I'm kidding. I'm glad to be back. Had a little layoff from before Christmas. The last time that we were here was against Lhasa back on the 21st of December. It was a 69-26 victory for the Trojans there. Jack Francis setting a near career high 28 points in that game. But now going back to the tournament, Jack forced to sit out the last game of that tournament against Langham Creek. It's a Houston school. They did get the win 60-55, but Francis held it out of that one. And I got a good source. It's his dad with an injury, and so he may be a little bit limited tonight. That may be part of the plan. He's probably okay to go, but might want to hold him out against a team like Navarro, especially with the rest of this district slate moving up. So this will be a good opportunity for the Trojans to maybe put the ball into somebody else's hands, see what they can do, who will step up. Mike Wagner, who's named to the all-tournament team in the Round Rock tournament that they played in. So love to see the point guard Mike Wagner getting some respect, getting some recognition for how well he has played all season. Sometimes the scoring hasn't been there for him, but just his playmaking ability and his defense are really what makes him such a special player, and Anderson will probably lean on him pretty heavily tonight. Another guy who should be making a difference here is right there in that far corner. It's Bennett Blackerby, standing by himself, getting some of those corner threes up. He's knocked those down at a very good clip this year. And another guy, Nate Langley, who really is a key cog in this machine, really keeps the wheels moving. When Nate Langley is on the court, this is a much better basketball team. And now they have a chance to take on a Navarro team that has struggled so far this season. They enter at just 4-13. They are 0-1 in district play. If we want to pull up the district ladder now, right now, Anderson, of course, at the top. Everyone has only played one district game. I assume a lot of these other schools getting ready to get some district games in tonight as well. But Anderson, McCallum, and Crockett, and Lockhart are all 1-0. Navarro, Northeast, Lhasa, and Travis are all 0-1. McCallum was the team that beat Navarro, but McCallum is taking a fall from where they were last year. They sit at just 4-11 overall. And their most recent game looks to be a loss at Bowie, 77-39. So, if Anderson will have the team that lost to that team here tonight. And Navarro, Jack Francis put together his best game of his career scoring-wise against Navarro last season. So we will see what they have in store for today. This is the first time, I don't think all season, but first time in what feels like forever that truly everybody is back and available for Anderson tonight. Langley missed a few games. Bazarian was out for a while. And Page was out for that Lhasa game, although Anderson did just fine in his absence. But he is that spark plug. He was a key player in against some of the better teams that Anderson is going to be playing this season. Love to see him get into some playoff basketball, see how that goes. But everyone getting shots up for Anderson. Francis, you see his left ankle there is taped up, but he's moving fine. He's looking quick, looking agile. So it looks like he'll be good to go for at least a little while tonight. I imagine they reduce his minutes a little bit. You just don't need him on a tender tender part of the body to try and push it too hard against an opponent that they should be able to take care of regardless. But for now, we are about 2 minutes away from tip-off here. Got plenty of folks in the stands here today. I believe everyone's getting back to school at this point. But now, Trojans look to make it 2-0. They are riding a nice little win streak here. We'll pull up the Trojan schedule. We'll get who they beat in that tournament, who they played in that tournament. Yeah, they're back on a 2-game win streak after losing 1 game against Westlake. They beat Hutto 55-46, and they beat Langham Creek, we mentioned, 60-55. Their one loss in the tournament was Westlake. It was 56-47, so Anderson still hanging tough against that Westlake team. Cedar Ridge was their first opponent of the game. That was on a Tuesday morning, the 28th. They won it 55-46. But now both teams getting ready to head over to their bench here. And in a moment, we will have the announcements of our starting lineups as well as the national anthem. No JV game tonight. Navarro did not have the players to field a JV game, so we had the freshmen playing before this. Anderson freshman getting a big win. Scored a lot of points in that last game. And last year, Anderson, I want to say it was their biggest point total of the season. It was one of those games that we didn't get to go to, yeah. They scored, let's see, yeah, not quite their highest, their second highest. They scored 81 against Travis. I remember that game. And on the road at Navarro, we weren't able to go to that with COVID restrictions. The former Lanier, for any Austin natives. They won it 79-28, so here we go. We'll see what Anderson can do in their first home game of the new year. We'll send it down to the PA.
Moment of silence is over. Here's the national anthem. Well done, put together by the Navarro freshman basketball team. Well done, guys. All right, let me be the first to wish you all Happy New Year. Let's do the starting lineups. For the Vikings from Navarro Junior College, their head coach by John Morgan. He wears number 1. He stands 5'10". He's a sophomore, Damian Cervantes. He's a senior at 5'9", number 3, Keelan Moore. He's also a senior. He stands 6'4", number 5, Christian Tombe. At 5'10", he wears number 11. He's a senior, Kenny Brito Reina. And rounding out the starting lineup for the Vikings, he's a senior at 6'0", number 12, Kelvin Phillips. you're as old as I am, you remember Navarro as Lanier. Welcome, gentlemen. And now, for the Anderson Trojans, head coached by Daniel Pittsford, assisted by Eric Swanson, Joe Chavez, Michael Stratton, and Robert Lynch. Trojans enter tonight's contest 14-8 overall, 1-0 in district. Let's hear it for the starters. He's a junior. He wears number 1, 6'1", Mitchell Whitlow. He's also a junior. At 6 foot tall, number 10, Bennett Blackerby. He's a senior. At 6'2", number 5, Jack, I avoided the COVID, Francis. He's a senior. Number 11, at 6'11", Mike Wagner. Rounding out the starting lineup. He's a senior. Where's number 24? Standing 6'3", Mr. Nate Langley. Ladies and gentlemen, sit back and relax tonight. We got some help from 2 guys, actually 3 guys in the black and white. We got a good crew tonight. Be nice to them, and they'll be nice to you.
And we're back. Game time here. Since our last broadcast, finally got a real number on how many people are actually tuning in, and I didn't realize it was as many as it was, so I should probably be less goofy. But I don't know if I can do that. I don't know if I want to do that, as the opening tip is won by Langley, but taken away by Navarro. It's Kelvin Phillips. Now we're getting into names that I remember from last season. It's a lot of fun that way. Here's Phillips with it up top, number 12. Whitlow's guarding him. They kick it to the corner. That's Damian Cervantes. He's just a sophomore. They get it into the post. That's Christian Tumbe. Now cross-court pass easily taken away by Blackerby. He got caught in the air, and they pass it ahead to Wagner. Wagner going to take it to the basket. A lot of contact, no call. Francis with the board underneath, and it's going to be a jump ball. And I guess it'll stay here, since Navarro controlled the tip and didn't win the tip, but they do control the tip. Now here you go, getting the ball in. Wagner looking for Francis. He finds him. Jack's left wide open from downtown. Francis picking up right where he left off in this building. Last time he was here, he put up 28 on the board. Now starting out Anderson with a 3. Phillips kicks it cross court. That pass is a little too high, but good job catching it is Kenny Brito Reyna. Now ball put on the floor, another jump ball. 54 seconds in, we've got a couple of jump balls. Actually, 3 if you want to count the first one. Change the font color on that label to make it a little easier to see as they're trying to get it in. They just have to pass it outside. Jack's going to take it away, lost it, and he goes down. He's looks to be in a little bit of pain, but Wagner going to take it coast to coast and put it in. Jack looks like he's going to get up and try and walk this off and play it off. Seems okay. He's got a smile on his face, but you can tell he's not feeling the best after that one, after going down there. Here's Tomby. That shot's no good from the top of the key. Langley there with the rebound, and Wagner going to push it ahead. Now over to Whitlow. Whitlow going to take it to the basket. Now kick it back outside for Blackerby. He's wide open. He's going to take his 3, and he's going to knock it down. Anderson knocking it down early. They start 3 for 3 from the floor. It's an 8-0 run to get us going, and we have a timeout on the floor from Navarro. 6:29 left here in the first. It'll be a full timeout, and we'll go ahead and take that break with them. I'd like to thank you for tuning into the broadcast tonight. I am Jack Farrell, doing the games as always, and we'll be right back.
Vype Live, formerly KMAX Sports, one of the largest broadcast networks in Texas and the nation. Check us out at Vype, VYPE.com. Vype is the leader in high school sports broadcasts. We've been doing it for 15 years.
3-13, again, another reverse. Breaking tackles, dives to the end zone. Touchdown Rangers.
16 seconds, really close in the corner. Rotates to Wilson, she fires the 3. Oh my God, it went in! Cavaliers pull ahead by 1.
Log on to Vype, VYPE.com.
We're back. Anderson with just about as perfect of a start as you could hope for, except for the not injury, but the pain for Jack Francis, I guess. He's back out there, so he's obviously fine. My coach has always said, are you hurt or are you injured? It's a very key difference. And when I was like 14 or 15, I would pretty much always say injured. As Francis picks up another steal, he's pushing the pace. He takes it right away from Tombe. And now a nice find for Wagner to get it to Mitchell Whitlow. That's some good sharing the ball right there for Anderson, and they are up to 10 points already. They have not missed a shot from the field as here comes the Vikings trying to stop the bleeding a little bit. Checking into the game now is Keelan Moore. They skip it across to Kelvin Phillips. Now here's Phillips, screen coming from Tombe. Now into the corner, firing is Brito Reyna. That shot's too long, but they get the board underneath. It's Damian Cervantes, the smallest guy out there, picked the board up. Now Francis pushing the pace. He's going to take it all the way himself, lays it up, spins out, but Langley is there to follow. And now already every starter for Anderson in the scoring column. Anderson is hit 5 baskets, and everyone has 1. Now pushing up is Kelvin Phillips. This one's knocked out of bounds by Wagner, so it'll stay right here. 5:19 to go in the quarter, and Anderson already has a 12-0 lead. Here's the defense, right? Here's Moore to inbound. Gets it into Phillips. Francis on him on the corner, and they get it outside to Tombe. It's a little easier. Here we go. There's Phillips driving in, kicking it outside. Now back up top, it's number 33, Jacoby Simmons, who's into the game now. They get it to Phillips up top. Now back to Moore. Wagner defending Moore. Now they're just going to pull it back out. It's Blackerby defending. Screen comes from Simmons, and that pass is too high over the head of Kenny Brito Reyna. Know your personnel, know where your guys are, as Brito Reyna did not have the height to catch that pass. So the ball will go back White's way. It's 12-0. As we get it up to Whitlow. Whitlow into the paint, hop step, gets to the basket, throws it up, no good. Langley tried to bat it around, but that is going to be the Anderson Trojans' first miss of the night. It's 4.5 to go here in the first quarter. Now it's Keelan Moore, back outside to Damian Cervantes. Cervantes going to try and take it in. Whitlow doing a good job cutting off. Now a double team from him and Francis. Jack pokes it away, but no one was there to pick it up. Whitlow was trying to recover on a different defender and didn't see the ball got loose. A little fortuitous bounce for Cervantes and a good find for Brito Reyna, but Jack going streaking his way across court to get that block. He thought he had a run out, but instead the ball will stay here with Cervantes, and he's going to get to the line.
First foul of the game is going to be on the Trojans, number 11, Mike White.
It's the first foul for either team here in this contest. Halfway through the first quarter. That's how we like to see it. Not a big foul guy. Not a fan. As there's Cervantes putting them on the board.
Damian Cervantes at the line. First one's good. Choose one more.
Cervantes steps back to the line, takes a shot, gets it to go. 2 for 2, go Vikings. 12-2 now, they get it to Blackerby. Bennett, good job to hesitate on the 3. Up and under move with a gorgeous spin off the glass. Bennett Blackerby. Second basket of the game. It's the only Trojan player with more than 1. But everyone that has played does have 1. They get it. Ooh, good find to the dunker spot to Tombe. And some good footwork to get around Langley. And Christian Tombe gets his first basket of the game and the first real basket for Navarro. As Francis all the way to the basket. He tries his own little up and under move.
Francis the left.
And that's another one for the Trojans at 16-4. And Francis will not be outdone. Bennett Blackerby and he both have 5. There's another bad pass almost taken, or almost just a giveaway rather. Here's Cervantes, tries to go behind his back. Recovers, almost poked away by Whitlow. Now cross court. Keelan Moore. And they skip it into the corner for Phillips. He's going to drive in. Hop step. Good defense from Blackerby to cut off the drive. Now a fire from downtown, no good for Moore. Rebound goes ahead. Here's Wagner going to take it himself on the leak out. Gets to the basket, gets the deuce. That's his second of the game, and Anderson already cooking. Excuse me. Cedar Fever ain't no joke, y'all. Bennett Blackerby with another takeaway for Anderson and another run out. Pass ahead to Blackerby. The give, the go, back to Francis. Another deuce for Jack Attack. 7 points already for him, 20 already for the Trojans. We still have 2 minutes left in the quarter. Anderson thinking about 100 tonight. Here's Tumbe. Great defense by Langley. Rebound goes to Simons. Tombe gets it back. He's going to try another jump hook. That's going to be no good as well. Here's Blackerby. Goes behind his back, and a great job by Phillips to take that right away from Bennett Blackerby. Perfectly timed his swipe. And here's Cervantes. He gets it into Phillips again. Kelvin stuck in the lane with all sorts of Trojans around him, and that's going to be over the back. He had not established his feet. He caught the ball when he was in the air, but he was across the line, but I'm pretty sure you have to establish your feet in the front court, or else it is an over the back. And he had not done that. It's kind of the same thing as when you have to reestablish yourself in bounds as a football player when you're trying to make a catch, which I'm pretty sure is also a rule. Now we've got some bench unit in for Anderson. It's Gill, Price, Dale, Armour, and Duncan, as Armour nearly saves it. Gets it to Cervantes, and it's knocked out, or nearly saves it, but it's taken away by Cervantes, excuse me. So Anderson gets the starters out of the game after a pretty much picture-perfect start to this one. Whitlow and Langley both have 2. Wagner has 4. Blackerby has 5. And Francis has 7. Here's Phillips. We get it into King Balombo. Now here's Brito Reyna. Phillips now kicks it to the corner for Corley. Corley driving in, gets it back to Phillips. Good crossover to get Price off of him. Pulls up and knocks it down. That's a nifty little move from Kelvin Phillips. It's his first bucket of the game, just the second field goal for Navarro here. Here's Price. As Navarro's putting on the press, Gill going to rifle it ahead, gets it to Dale. Dale makes it into Campbell Duncan. He's going to take the short corner jumper, and Duncan number 21 from the short corner. It's Campbell's first point. First basket of the night for him. 50 seconds left. It's 22-6. Now here's Tumbe. He's driving in on Price. Hop step. Kicks it back out for Corley. Now they're going to get it back out to Balombo and back to Phillips. Phillips going to take it in, get to the basket, and pick up a foul. And who they're going to whistle here?
Trojans.
Foul's going to go on Price. It'll be the first foul against Price, just the second against the Trojans. Still 0 fouls going against Navarro, although Anderson hasn't really done a lot on offense. They've just gotten a lot of fast breaks.
Mr. Phillips makes the first, shoots one more.
Both foul shots good. It's 22-8 here. They get it up to Duncan. Duncan now pushing. He'll slow it down now. They're going to wait and hold for the final shot. There's 30 seconds left. You know how Anderson likes to do it. Rifle over to Gill. And you know the rest. Back to Gill. Now Jackson kind of stuck. He'll have to put it on the ground, get it over to Price. 12 seconds left now. Price working on Balombo. Going to his left, hands it off to Gill. Back to Price in the corner. Now he's going to attack baseline. Good dump off to Armour, and Armour's going to be fouled. He'll head to the line with 1.24 to go in the quarter, 22-8.
Shot's going to be on the Vikings. Number 5, Christian Tombe.
Tombe picks up the foul there.
Here come at the line, 2 shots.
DA number 22. A little too strong on that first one.
Count the second one.
Armour goes 1 for 2, and they will get Armour out of the game and check Ben Bazarian in for the last 1.24. They get it in. Now here's Phillips. He's just going to heave it. And touchdown, Corey Price. That'll be the end of your first. It's 23-8, a dominant display by the Trojans starting lineup. Got them taken out just over, I believe, 2 minutes left in that first quarter. It was a great showing from them. The defense was lights out, just absolutely electric. Francis, Wagner, Blackerby just getting, Whitlow as well, just all getting hands on everything. Langley doing a good job of playing straight up defense, stopping people once they try to attack him down low, but he hasn't been able to get on much of the steals game, as the guards are just taking it right away, right at the beginning of the possession. As that's kind of how the whole season went last year. The guards would just bring it up, and Anderson just take it right away. So, looking in, Jack Francis leads the team with 7, Bennett Blackerby with 5, Wagner with 4, Whitlow, Campbell Duncan, and Langley all have 2, and then Derek Armour was able to go 1 for 2 from the line right there at the end of the quarter. But now we've got 8 minutes up on the clock. The Trojans headed back out onto the court. And before we get started for this second quarter, I want to go ahead and thank our sponsor on tonight's broadcast, Academy Sports and Outdoors. Get ready to go back to school and back to sport at Academy Sports and Outdoors. Shop in-store or online at academy.com, and you can find all the hottest sports gear and casual styles from Nike, Adidas, Under Armour, and more. I know how you all love casual styles. Get them at Academy. As its starters back in. Here's Wagner. Oh, they're in a 3-2. This looks like a zone. Yeah, they're running a zone here. Here's Francis on the left wing. They're going to have to solve this. This is good. I feel like Anderson hasn't seen a lot of zone. Wagner just going to try and shoot over it. But here's Francis on the rebound. Catch and shoot. Jack Francis feeling it tonight. (25-8). Really might not see the starters for much more of this game as they get it to Tombe underneath. He's doubled by Langley and Francis. Once he gets underneath the basket, he has had some pretty nifty footwork. It's once you get him a little further out from the block, he starts to force things a little bit there. But Christian Tombe making some nice plays. That's a little too high for Nate Langley.
Come on, you're supposed to duck that one, big man.
25-10, 7:06 to go here in the half. Here's Kelvin Phillips. Wagner defending him. Here's Brito Reyna. He's just going to fire away. That one's way off. Rebound goes to Wagner. Quick release there. Mike finds Francis. Jack going to try again. This one no good. Rebound Blackerby nearly taken away, but he gets it back. Nice job by Bennett. Here comes Wagner. Dumps it off inside to Langley. Langley goes up with it. A lot of contact, but Nate able to finish doing the dirty work. He's got his second basket of the game. That's 4 points for him. Now into the corner, it's Brito Reyna again. Keelan Moore now up top. Whitlow defending. They get it to Cervantes. Now back once again to Phillips. Screen comes from Tombe. He doesn't use it and instead passes it right to Mike Wagner. Wagner takes it easy.
Wagner takes it himself.
Wagner, that was nifty. Used his eyes to look off the defender. He was staring Whitlow down all the way and instead just had a wide open lane to the bucket for himself. We have another timeout for Navarro. It'll be a 30-second timeout, so we'll go ahead and keep it here. I want to give you a points update. Wagner with 6 now off that last layup. Francis still leads the team. He's got 9 now. Bennett Blackerby right there with 5. Langley with his second bucket's got 4. Whitlow, Duncan both have 2, and Armour with 1. For Navarro, it's Tombe and Phillips doing most of the scoring there. They've got 8 of the team's 10 points.
Guard in our presence tonight. Jeff had a mean fastball for cash carry back when we were 12 down at Gillette, Northwest Little League. He could bring it.
Trojans back out onto the court now. It's the same group. It's the starters. Looks like both teams are going to be running with the same groups they had out before. So now 29-10 with 6 minutes left here in the half. Here's Phillips. They get it into Tombe. He's doubled, and Francis is going to try and take it away, but, ooh, Langley is going to get whistled for the foul, I think.
Trojans, number 24, Nate Langley.
People jarring for the loose ball, and they just whistled Anderson for it. 3 fouls to 1 now. As they get it into Phillips, Francis poked it away, but Phillips still ended up with it. Finds some space, pulls up, rattles around, no good. Rebound Wagner. Now Mike gonna push, and a little lucky to turn it over there, but luckier for Navarro that there might not have been a foul called. As here's Blackerby into the corner. Langley looks at the three. I kind of like when he pulls up from those corner threes. Blackerby gonna try one from downtown, no good. Langley gonna come in and take the rebound away. He's fouled. That's a basket. That's a foul. Langley will get one more.
Count the basket. Also with the Vikings, number 3, Keelan Moore sends Langley to the line and 1.
Nate Langley continuing to just be an and 1 fiend this season. Feels like he gets like 2 or 3 a game. And now, lately, he's been starting to convert a little bit more of those free throws as well. Now, it's Keelan Moore on the left wing. Now back up top for Cervantes. Shot's no good underneath. Rebound goes to Francis. He's going to push the pace. And that's batted away off the hands of Tombe, so it'll stay here. Jacoby Simmons back into the game now. They get it into Francis on the low block. Now back outside for Blackerby. Bennett gets downhill. Kind of got caught into the air. He just went up with it. And the rebound goes down to Kenny Brito Reyna. Keelan Moore. Now Kelvin Phillips going to get things going for the Vikings. He's got 4 points. It's 32-10. Good pass cross court. They get it into Tombe on the block. And doubled over to Brito Reyna. And now we have 3 seconds going against Jacoby Simmons, excuse me. Whitlow to inbound. Francis does a good job getting out of it. Here's Langley. And Langley's just going to get it over to Wagner, and they'll reset here. Kick to Francis in the corner. They can't keep falling asleep on him. He gets caught in the air. No look to Bennett Blackerby. He's wide open, and he knocks it down. Leaving Bennett Blackerby without a defender within 10 feet is not my favorite defensive strategy. It's fine though. It's, as the Anderson broadcaster, I'm cool with it. As Bennett takes this one away, we have a 2-on-1. He's going to take it in and can't get the dunk, but Francis is there with the layup.
Francis the assist, Bennett Blackerby.
But Bennett Blackerby just barely misses the dunk, just rattled out. Not, to be honest, not sure how that rattled out, but good for Francis being right there to salvage the points there and get to be the first Trojan in double figures tonight. He's got 11. It's 37-10. It's a full timeout, but I think we're going to go ahead and keep it here. Anderson doing a great job here tonight. Bennett Blackerby, his defense has been much improved as it was last year, and I think the only the real, not missing piece, but the biggest area of improvement that I would see for him is decision making with the ball in his hands. You can see him, he kind of gets caught, he gets a little tunnel vision going to the basket, but he's athletic enough and he's a talented enough finisher that a lot of the time it doesn't matter, but I think that would really just take him over the top from just an excellent rotation player to a star player on a very good team. It's going to need to get those playmaking chops up a little bit more once you look at the amount of seniors Anderson has with the playmakers like Francis heading out and Wagner heading out after this year. Bennett Blackerby, you have to think that he's going to get a lot of rain next year if he wants to be a lead guard instead of a 2-guard. It's all about decision making, and I think he's got it in him. The shot, the improvement from last year as far as the shot making and as far as the defense goes is pretty incredible. So he's one of those guys that what he brings next season is going to be very interesting as we have more mass substitutions. Everybody else is in. Ben Bazarian's in, Liam Donahoe's in, Kalen Hull, Andrew Alexander out there as well with Jackson Gill. They get the ball into the corner for Simons. Alexander doing a good job keeping on him and defending. Get it to Phillips, and he's going to fire away for Brito Reyna. That's no good. Rebound is sort of cannibalized? What's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, cannibalized works. They had it, and then they lost it. You're messing up your own teammates. 2 Trojans were under there with the basket. Same team, friendly fire. Here's Tombe with it outside. It's not where I want him. Send him down to the block. They get it to Simmons. Posting up is Phillips. They get it into the corner for Simmons again. They're trying to get it into Tombe, and that's a great job of the much smaller Bazarian fronting him and not letting that happen. Bazarian, looking at him out there, he's just in good position. He knows where to be defensively. Here's Alexander, a double from Hull. Now they get it outside for number 2, King Balombo. Here's Tombe. Now they get it to Simons. Simons with it, going up on Gill, and he gets it to go. He gets the roll. Jacoby Simmons gets his first bucket of the night. Now ahead, here's Alexander back outside for Hull. Hull going to put it on the ground, gets it to Donahoe. Into the corner, Bazarian wide open. That's too strong. A little bit of jitters on that first shot. Now dribbling up is Phillips, and they're going to get Bazarian for the blocking foul.
Pass on the floor, give me on the Trojans. Number 13, Ben Bazarian. His first team fourth.
Kenny Brito Reyna getting ready to inbound this one. Looking for somebody. He tries to find Phillips. He threw it behind him, but he was still able to recover. Gill defending him. Good job, Phillips getting to the basket. Can't get the finish, though. And Alexander let that one go out of bounds, and that's a good call. It will go the Trojans' way. 37-12, minute 33 to go here. Kalen Hall was the target of that pass. It was knocked out of bounds. Bazarian was the passer. Now they'll get Ben in for the inbound. Phillips going to get his rest. It's Shannon Corley back into the game now. 37-12. Get it into Hull. Back to Bazarian. Now back to Gill. Gill working around the screen from Donahoe. They'll get it to Alexander. Alexander looking. Gets it back outside for Bazarian. He's going to take a few dribbles inside. Rifles it to the corner. That's a good find from Bazarian to Gill, and he will take that assist. Jackson Gill, that's his first basket of the game, his first make from downtown. Here's Cervantes. Gets all the way to the basket. Hole knocks it out of his hands, and that will stay here with Navarro, but a nice block from Kalen Hull. Got a couple subs in now. It's Campbell Duncan and Corey Price for Gill and Alexander. Tombe going to be the one to inbound it. And I think the only player that we haven't seen is Colin Page, as Price got a little lost on that. And they get it to, there he is, Kenny Brito Reyna. He's been firing him up all half. That's his first make. Here's Bazarian back to Price. 35 seconds left. Imagine they would like to hold for the final shot again if they can. And they're going to get Anderson there for an over and back, excuse me. Might have been a carry. 31 seconds left. 40-15. Anderson comfortably in the driver's seat. Here's Cervantes, crosses over to Tombe. Here's Cervantes, 18 seconds left. Works his way right, Duncan picking him up. Now here's Hull, Tombe going to attack the closeout. He's doubled though. Have to find something to do with it with 10 seconds left. Here's Phillips. Phillips going to go behind the back on Price. That's a nice little move. As Hull is there to take it away. 4 seconds left. as Price passes ahead. Here's Duncan from deep, and it looked like it got blocked by Cervantes, but that'll be halftime. It's 40-15. Anderson with quite a big lead here as they enter the break. It's been an excellent showing for them. Everyone getting into it here today. Several different guys in the scoring column for the Trojans, led by Jack Francis here. He's got 11. Bennett Blackerby's got 8. Nate Langley has 7, and Wagner has 6. Gill has 3. Whitlow and Duncan have 2. Armour has 1. And on the Navarro side of things, they are led by Kelvin Phillips and Christian Tombe. Both have 4 apiece. Kenny Brito Reyna filling it up there on his last shot attempt of the half to 40-15. This isn't staying today, is it? That's fine. But an excellent first half of basketball for the Anderson Trojans. They'll head to the break here. We've got 9 minutes left of halftime. Not a lot to say about this one, just a dominant showing. The defense has been absolutely lights out. 15 points in the first half. Just an absurd showing from this Trojan defense. But for us, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break, but not before we thank our sponsors on tonight's broadcast, Harry Breen and Herman, as well as Enco Tech. Thank you for all y'all do for the Trojan basketball program and for us here on Vype. You already know what I'm going to say. It's Academy Sports and Outdoors. You're not sick of it yet. At Academy Sports and Outdoors, back to school also means back to sport. And from graphic tees to football cleats, we have everything you need to make this your best year yet. Swing by your local Academy store today or shop online at academy.com, and you can find all the hottest styles from top brands like Nike, Adidas, Under Armour, and Vans, all at a price you'll love. So if you want game-changing gear, start here at Academy Sports and Outdoors, the most crowded store I've ever seen on December 26th. All those dads out and ready to go to burn those gift cards. But now, 8 minutes. We're going to go ahead and take a break. We'll be back in about 5 for some more halftime discussion. But for now, we'll be right back.
Say hello. Happy New Year.
Vype Live, formerly KMAX Sports, one of the largest broadcast networks in Texas and the nation. Check us out at Vype, VYPE.com. Vype is the leader in high school sports broadcasts. We've been doing it for 15 years.
30-13. Again, another reverse. Breaking tackles, dives to the end zone. Touchdown, Rangers.
16 seconds, really close at the corner. Rotates to Wilson, she fires the 3. Oh my God, it went in! Cavaliers pull ahead by 1.
Log on to Vype, VYPE.com. Vype Live, the leader in high school sports broadcasts. Wait, hold on just a moment. It's true that Vype Live, formerly KMAX Sports, excels at high school sports broadcasts, but did you know that Vype Live does more than sports? Vype Live does band recitals, academic events. For more information on how Vype Live can broadcast your event, email us at Vype, VYPE.com.
Interested in Vype Campus? Vype Campus brings our popular citywide media days right to your doorstep. As a Vype Campus client, we will work with you to help you take advantage of our unique campus model to build a unique experience for your school. From media day photo shoots of all your athletes to game day coverage, broadcasts and live streams, video and digital content, hype videos, the Vype U program, same-day graphics, and of course your very own campus magazine, Vype Campus is truly whatever you want it to be. Email info@vypemedia.com to find out how to join Vype Campus today.
For high school sports coverage second to none, discriminating sports fans, booster clubs, and student bodies will tell you Vype stands above the rest. Vype can provide your school and your entire school district with complete digital video streaming and live broadcast coverage at prices that fit your budget. Find out more information at Vype, VYPE.com. VYPE.com.
Hey high schoolers, are you interested in a career in sports media? Vype can help. Launched in 2017, our Vype U Ambassador Program is a one-of-a-kind educational scholarship program that offers high school students a chance to gain hands-on experience in the sports media field. Vype U also gives students a platform to build their portfolio of creative work under the guidance of Vype's seasoned professionals. From covering games to publishing photos, writing articles, and conducting on-camera interviews, each Vype U ambassador receives an immersive experience geared toward their interests, while promoting their own school and preparing them for their future. Email info@vypemedia.com to find out more about Vype U today.
Hey, buddy, you say you wish someone was covering your favorite high school sports teams? You just couldn't make it to the game and you need to find out now what's going on? Well, my friend, your prayers are answered. Go to Vype, VYPE.com, and hit Find Your School to see what Vype is saying about your great community. See for yourself why Vype is the leader in high school sports coverage in Texas. Check us out at Vype, VYPE.com.
What is Vype Live? Vype Live is one of the largest and most respected broadcast and live stream networks in the state of Texas. Vype Live broadcasts any sport you can think of for youngsters of any age, from Pee Wee and Pop Warner to high school, club, college, semi-pro, and beyond. We also broadcast plenty of academic, fine arts, and community-related events as well, and now as partners with Flow Sports. Email us at info@vypemedia.com to find out more. Vype Live. We bring your teams to you.
Vype Live, formerly KMAX Sports, one of the largest broadcast networks in Texas and the nation. Check us out at Vype, VYPE.com. Vype is the leader in high school sports broadcasts. We've been doing it for 15 years.
3rd and 13. Not yet. Another reverse. Breaking tackles. Dives to the end zone. Touchdown Rangers.
16 seconds. Really close in the corner. Rotates to Wilson. She fires the three. Oh my God! It went in. Cavaliers pull ahead by one.
Log on to Vype, VYPE.com. Vype Live, the leader in high school sports broadcasts. Wait, hold on just a moment. It's true that Vype Live, formerly KMAX Sports, excels at high school sports broadcasts, but did you know that Vype Live does more than sports? Vype Live does band recitals, academic events. For more information on how Vype Live can broadcast your event, email us at Vype, VYPE.com.
Back in at the halftime. Anderson leads at 40-15. You can see it right there on your scoreboard. It's been a dominant display from the Trojans here so far. They're getting ready to come out for this second half. We've got 2.5 to go before we are back into it. Hope you're all having a good evening. Hope you're all enjoying the broadcast tonight. It's been a fun game. If you're a Trojan fan, not much to complain about. They did have more fouls than the other team in the first half. That's pretty much it. But otherwise, looking like Anderson could very easily improve to 2-0 in conference play, as was expected. Next Trojan game, I believe, is this Friday. It's the 7th. I think it should be an away game. Let's go ahead and pull up the schedule. Yes, indeed. We'll have too many nights off from now on throughout the season. Pretty much every Tuesday and Friday will be filled up with some Trojan basketball, and I'm fine with that. They do pay me for it, after all. It'll be Northeast coming up on Friday. That should be, is that the one they changed? This game was supposed to start at 8. It started at 7:30. And they changed it. I believe this one might be changed as well. Let me pull that up. No, it's Travis. So both of these games against Navarro will be at 7:30, and both of the games against Travis will be at 7:30. But otherwise, we're going to get a lot of 8 p.m. tips. There's too many games to fit in into an early window, so we'll have some late starts here throughout the season for Anderson basketball. And hey, would you look at that? My school's team also won tonight. 70-57. And would you look at that? Marcus Carr, #1 transfer in the nation. If you stop playing him at point guard, which he is not, you start playing him at 2, which he is, it goes better. I know that team doesn't really have a natural point, but it ain't Marcus Carr. I think it might be Ramey. But that's not what we're here to talk about tonight, although I would be fine if it was. I could fill several hours if I really tried to, but instead, we're going to fill about 1 more hour with some Trojan hoops right here. It's the starters back out onto the court for the Trojans. Jack Francis leading the way with 11. Bennett Blackaby right behind him with 8. Cervantes will start things off. As they get it to Phillips, and we are underway. Cross court to Tumbe. They're already doubling him. He's fading to the corner. Langley going to pick it up. Francis trying to send Wagner through, but Tumbe has now killed his dribble. They pass it up to Brito Reyna, and lucky that wasn't stolen. Now back underneath to Tumbe. He's directing traffic. He'll pull back out to get the timer reset there. Here's Phillips, and Francis knocks it out of bounds off of the head of Damian Cervantes, so it's a turnover. Now Wagner into the corner. He's going to drive baseline. Beautiful find for Mitchell Whitlow. Can't repay him with the assist, but Francis tries to get the rebound away. Mitchell is the one to take it. Here's Blackerby going to drive in. Hop step, kick outside to Wagner. That's a good find there. Blackerby into the corner. Wagner back out. Pull it out and reset. Just take their time and milk some clock. They have a lead, so don't try to force anything. But here's Blackerby. Ooh, Blackerby. He wasn't looking for the shot. That could have been an open three for him. Instead, Wagner is going to get an easy look at the basket. Rattles around a whole lot. Can't get it to go. Just a little too strong. Here's Phillips, and Phillips able to clear it away just through the hands of Francis. Would have been another steal for Jack. Now Cervantes going to be pushing. He goes right at Langley. Gets it to go. Nate. Could have been good to fall down there if he wanted to draw the charge, but Damian Cervantes there. Here's a touchdown pass to Jack Francis. He can't get the layup, but this time Blackerby's there to clean up Francis's miss. So on the missed dunk attempt for Blackerby in the first half, Jack was there to clean it up, and on that missed touchdown attempt from Francis, Blackerby's there to clean it up. Teamwork, synergy, yay. Here's Tumbe. 6 minutes left here in the third. Looking for Cervantes. Now they hand it off. Here's Moore. Moore yet to get into the scoring column. Gets it to Kelvin Phillips. Now into Tumbe. Christian working his way around. Blackerby defending him. He'll pull it back out and reset the clock. He's putting the moves on. Francis thinking about a double. Spins off of Blackerby, but Bennett doing a great job of sticking with him, and that's just that's a bad miss there. Here's Langley. Langley, easy take. Woo! The finger roll from Nate Langley. Oh, what a beautiful finger roll. They get it to Tumbe. Cervantes takes it straight to the basket. This time Langley able to force a miss, and he lobs it ahead to Wagner. Now Mike going to cross over, take it to the middle of the court, back out to Whitlow. Whitlow spins into the post, gets into the air, out for Blackerby, his triple, that's going to be no good, hit the front of the rim. And Francis gets another takeaway. Francis driving in, gets to the basket, lays it up, and there's still no foul call. Anderson can't get a whistle here tonight. 44-17. But, you know, one of those things, when you get that lead, you don't always get the foul calls. 'Tis the nature of things. Here's Brito Reyna. Well, it's poked away by Francis. Cervantes was looking for Brito Reyna. On that end, Jack was trying to do a little too much. Here's Moore. 4.5 to go in the quarter. Moore driving in, he just loses it, and that's Trojan basketball. Playing some great defense, and Navarro is starting to shoot themselves in the foot. You can't have too many giveaway opportunities when Anderson gets so many takeaways. As here's Whitlow skying into the lane. Gets his second bucket of the game. (46-17). Now here's Phillips cross court. Making it to Tumbe. Now back outside for Phillips. Just working it around the perimeter here. Phillips going to drive to the right. He loses it, almost the same play as last time, and Blackerby there to knock that one out of bounds so Brito Reyna wouldn't have a good look at the three. Trojans up 29. Here's Moore. Push him to the corner for it. And they get it in. It's Phillips with it, Whitlow defending him. It's just going to reset to the top of the key. Now here's Francis defending. Going to take it in Moore. Gets it outside to Tombe. Tombe going to fire. That's an air ball. Rebound goes to Langley. Pass ahead to Francis. Francis going to slow it down in the front court. Now he's going to put on the Jets. Takes it in and scores. Jack Francis, 13 points on the day for him. He's got a team high. Largest lead of the game for the Trojans now, as we have mass substitutions getting ready to come in. There's Wagner there to take it away, and Michael have a run out. This will be an easy layup for the point guard. 8 for Mike. And that's a 50-piece. Now here's Phillips. Driving in, getting to the basket, and nice finish, Keelan Moore. Showing a burst of speed, getting downhill. 50-19, now here's Francis with a 2-on-1. Now Langley, excuse me, a 2-on-3. Flip my ratio there. Langley's shot no good, it goes the other way. Here's Phillips. Now Brito Reyna gonna fire again. He can't get it to go. There's Whitlow, a pass ahead to Langley. Now Langley gonna take it, and another missed dunk. Francis, another putback.
Almost made. We'll give that to Francis.
So now 2:10 to go. Left in the third, we have a timeout on the floor. Anderson calling a timeout. It'll be a 30-second timeout for Coach Pitt and company. So we'll go ahead and keep it here. 2 Trojans into double figures now, but there are a couple more knocking on the door. Jack Francis with 15, Blackerby with 10. Langley with 9, Wagner with 8. It's been a good showing for the Trojan starters. Mitchell Whitlow filling it up with 4, plus some excellent defense from him, along with Wagner, Francis, and all these guys. So the Trojans back out onto the court. It'll be Price, Gill, Duncan, Dale, and Bazarian. Here's Phillips for Navarro. Skip across to Brito Reyna. And here is number 21, Shannon Corley, with it up top. There's Tombe with it. He's going to take it right into Gale. Dale there on the double. They get it to Brito Reyna. He's going to try and sidestep Bazarian, but he can't. Get it back to Tombe. Now here's Phillips. Acrobatic move into the air, and he can't get it to go, but he'll head to the line for 2. Hard foul for Phillips. He looks to be okay. 52-19.
Kelvin Phillips at the line, he'll shoot one more.
You can tell he's a little rattled. Hit to the floor didn't feel good for him. But now with 1:41 to go, Trojans have the bench in the third, I should say.
1 for 2.
So now 20 for Navarro. Anderson still with a 32-point lead. Here's Price. They struggled to score with the bench unit, but the defense has still been solid. Here's Price now going to attack the paint. Good find underneath to Dale. Dale's shot is good at the rim. And Fred Dale, he's got some nice touch around the rim there. He had 11 in the last game here against Lhasa. Now driving into Cervantes. He's on Gill. Gets into the air. Tumbe going to try the jumper. That's a little short. Rebound goes to Dale, and now Gill is going to push the pace for the Trojans. Gill crosses over, gets to the basket, high off the glass, and gets it to go. A nice finish from Jackson Gill, the killer sophomore. That's his second basket of the game. He's got 5 points. It's 56-20. Now here's Cervantes. Nice move to split the double team and get to the basket. He misses the shot, but they'll get the ball back. No, Cervantes going to try it again. No good. Rebound long. And Bazarian knocks it away, but able to recover is Shannon Corley. They get to Tutumbe underneath. He's going to take it right at Dale. And Price there to try and take it away. Instead, they'll still keep it. 32 seconds left in the third quarter. 56-20 is your score. Pass across to Corley. Now into the corner for Brito Reyna. And they get it under for Simons. Now back outside for Cervantes. Looks like they're going to try to hold for the final shot, but here's Tutumbe back outside for Cervantes. Duncan nearly got away with a reach. Pass inside to Simmons, and we have a jump ball. It'll go the other way. Trojans will have it with 11 seconds left. They have one more chance to get up a shot. We'll roll up the court, save some time, make sure they can get into their set. 10 seconds. Here's Price. He's going to take it in. Over to Gill. Gill going to try the three. That's going to be no good. Rebound goes to Palumbo. And they're just going to hold it and end the quarter like that. 56-20 after three. Anderson putting a walloping on the visiting Navarro Vikings. Jack Francis leads them with 15. Bennett Blackerby right behind him with 10. Mike Wagner with 8. Nate Langley with 9. Jackson Gill. Nifty little play there to pick up his second basket of the game there towards the end of the third quarter. But for now, just want to thank our sponsors one last time for Trojan basketball. Towery, Breen, and Herman, as well as Encotech. And for us here at Vype, I want to thank the fine folks at Academy Sports and Outdoors. And I don't know if you know it, but it's getting cold out there. At least in Central Texas, it's finally starting to get a little bit cold. No one does fleece like Academy. They carry all kinds of cool styles from today's hottest brands. Check out their selections for brands like Columbia, Crocs, Levi, Carhartt, and the North Face. I'm the best it's ever been. Devil went down to Georgia. He was looking for a second win in district play. And I think the Devil will get that. It's 56-20. Do you guys remember at the end of Guitar Hero 3 when you had to play like the metal version of this song against like the actual Devil? It was great when I was 7. I loved it. It was awesome. Here's Cervantes. Looking. He's trapped underneath it. They get it back outside to Palumbo. And that's blocked out of bounds by Nate Langley as the starter's back in for the Trojans. Guitar Hero 3. That game turns 15 years old this year, and I don't like that. That seems too long. Here's Cervantes. They get it inside to Palumbo, and Whitlow knocks it away. Pass ahead to Blackerby, and Bennett's going to slow down wisely at a three on just his one. But over to Francis. Rifle over to Blackerby. Bennett going to attack the paint now. Takes it right to the basket, up and under, and gets it to go. Bennett Blackerby, second beautiful finish of the game. He's got 12. Here's Cervantes. Oh, he got free. Still missed the shot. Francis is there. He gets it knocked away over to Whitlow. Whitlow now pushing. Kicks it to the corner for Blackerby. Bennett going to try downtown again. No good. Rebound goes to nobody, and it's going to be off of Anderson. So that ankle or foot or whatever it is that's bothering Jack doesn't appear to be bothering him that much. He's got a game high, I should say, of 15. His team leads it by nearly 40. 58-20 with 7 minutes to go in the ballgame. Here's Phillips. Phillips to the right. They're trying to get it to Toomby, and 3 different Anderson players tried to come in for the steal, and they're going to get Francis there on being a little over-aggressive.
Fouls on the Trojans, number 5, Jack Francis, his first, second team foul.
Just the second team foul going against Anderson this half. Still 0 going against Navarro. This has been a very light game as it comes to fouls as Francis knocks this one out of bounds. It'll stay here once again. Makes for an incredibly fast game as we're an hour in and only got 6 minutes left. Not even an hour in. This game started at 7:30. It's 8:20. Cervantes looking for Tumbe, and Whitlow's there with another steal. He passes ahead to Francis. Francis going to dish it off to Wagner, who dishes it right back to Jack. That's some good basketball. Those guys have a heck of a lot of chemistry. Anderson really starting to fire on all cylinders at this point of the season, and this could be one of those years. If they've already past couple seasons they've made it into the third round of the playoffs, but that's where they've fallen short. As this one is taken away, Wagner has it again. Over to Langley. Nate's going to go up with it, take it to the basket, can't get it, but he gets his own board. Goes back up with it, and that's another and one for Nate Langley. But if it breaks just right, this could be an excellent opportunity, an excellent year for Anderson to make their playoff run. Although they do still have to make the playoffs, although at this point they're looking okay to do that. That's Langley into double figures. He's now got 12. Cervantes working around a screen. Langley picking him up. Another miss at the rim. Francis clears it away with a nice dribble move, threading the needle to Blackerby. Back to Wagner, back to Whitlow, and some showtime in Anderson.
Timeout on the floor, Trojan coach. He wants a 30-second timeout.
Francis with the pass, and then the unselfish play. Everyone trying to pick up an assist on that one. Finally finishing there at the rim for Whitlow. Now 65-20. Trojans already back out onto the court to substitution to get these bench guys back in it. It's going to be Hull, Alexander, Bazarian, Donahoe, and Armour. So we'll see who's running point here. Imagine it would have to be either Bazarian or Alexander. I haven't seen Andrew with the ball in his hands much. There's a lot of alliteration going on in that backcourt. Andrew Alexander and Ben Bazarian. For those of you looking at your SATs, as that one's going to be off of the top of the backboard for Brito Reyno, so that's going to go out of bounds. Trojan basketball. 5:07. It's a 45-point game. And Ben Bazarian going to be bringing it up for the Trojans. That answers that. Get it over to Armour. Fake the handoff back to Bazarian. Now they will find him. They left him open, and he's going to try again from three. A little too short. Brito Reyna there to clear it away, and here comes Corley. Well, a lot on that pass to Phillips. 4.5 to go. Crossover on Armour. Ooh, got him stumbling a little bit, but he kicks it to the corner. Here's Cervantes trying to get around Bazarian. He does, and Cervantes' shot at the rim is good. Damian Cervantes now with a team high of 6, and he's just the sophomore. Pass ahead to Donahoe. Donahoe gets it off of Cervantes. Armour able to clear it away. Bazarian has it now into the corner for Donahoe. His three-pointer is good. Liam Donahoe from downtown. That's his first basket. 68-22. Now here's Phillips. Corley now into Brito Reyna. So right now the Trojans' team high for the season is that Austin High School game, 84-46. So they've had 84 in that one. They won't get to 84 tonight, I don't think, unless they really just start bombing threes. But they also scored 79 against LBJ, so this will be a good chance for them to get their second 70-piece of the season. Or third, excuse me. Third 70-piece, second at home.
Ben Bazarian to the line for the Vikings, number 12.
Rui Phillips, we really haven't had many free throws here tonight for either team. I feel like Navarro has less than 5 team fouls for the entire game. They've been letting them go here tonight. Anderson, they have picked up a few more, but
Kelvin James, the first one, he'll shoot one more.
as there's Phillips. Makes it 23 for them. 68-23 is your score right now. 3:29 left on the clock. As Phillips can't get it to go, but Simmons is there on the rebound. He's got 2 points here. Corley going to fire away from 3. That one's way off. Here's Armour. Get it ahead to Hull. Now pushing. It's Bazarian. Ben going to take it to the basket. Gets it. Nice finish at the basket for Bazarian. Splits the defenders. Gets the deuce. That's his first make of the night. 70 points here now for the Trojans. And ball's loose. Bazarian there on the floor to try and take it away, and we're going to have another jump ball. But no, the official on the baseline is going to go ahead and give them the timeout there. At 70-23, the timeout will be on Navarro. 3:02 left in the game. Anderson
Timeout
up
on
big.
the floor. Navarro coach.
Go ahead and see if it's a.
Second timeout.
It'll just be a 30-second timeout, so we'll go ahead and keep it here. Anderson leading by 47. If you remember, they started slow in that Lhasa game. I'm trying to figure out what the largest margin of victory is for the Trojans. It might be here tonight, because that Austin High School game was 84-46. That is just a 38-point lead.
Three-pointer. Thanks for missing that.
They're up by 47 right now, so that would be their largest lead or largest victory of the season. So Navarro's got to get going unless they want to claim that title. There's Tombe. Looking for somewhere to get it to, and he gets it to Phillips. Phillips working on Armour. He's had some success. Sorry, some success. Cannot speak. They get it to Alexander up ahead, lays it up behind his head and gets it to go. He's had some success going at Armour, but Derek doing a better job on that possession as Alexander gets the layup on the other end. A nice finish. Anderson showing off their finishing skills here tonight. Some gnarly layups there at the rim tonight. 72-23. As Alexander defending Phillips. Phillips gets around him and gets it to go. So Kelvin Phillips now back with 8. They pass ahead to Donahoe. Donahoe, he can't get his to go, but he'll head to the line for some free throws. And Anderson has not been living at the line here tonight. 2:07 left.
Number 11, Kenny Brito Reyna. Sends Limo to the line to make a free throw.
First foul shot good for Liam. He canned a triple earlier today.
He'll shoot one more.
So he's got 4 with that free throw. 3 Trojans at double figures, Francis, Blackerby, and Langley here. As Liam goes 2 for 2. Some nice looking foul shots there. We've got some more subs. It's going to be Campbell Duncan and Fred Dale coming in with the next dead ball. As here's Phillips going to attack the baseline. Got caught up into the air, and Brito Reyna is going to catch and shoot. Gets it to go.
That's a long 3, Mr. Kenny Brito Reyna.
Now Bazarian pass ahead. Here's Armour going to take it to the basket. He got caught in the air underneath. They get it back to Armour. Now back to Hull. Now here's Bazarian. He's left open. He's going to try again from 3. Can't get that to go as the outside shot is just not falling for Ben right now. But Navarro, the last couple baskets, they're carving into the lead a little bit. 46. Here's Bulambo. 90 seconds remain in the ball game. As Navarro going to go ahead and call the timeout here.
got to be a full timeout. It's the only thing left. Got to be a full.
So it's full timeout. We're going to go ahead and take our last break
on the floor
of the broadcast. And when we come back,
full timeout.
Actually, you know what? We'll go ahead and keep it here. We'll just keep it here through the length of things. Just make it easier on ourselves. It's a big win for Anderson. Just going to go ahead and preview what they've got coming up. Barring Armageddon, I don't think they have time to blow this lead. Anderson will improve to 15-8. 15-8, excuse me. Navarro will fall to 4-14. So the next game for Anderson will be an away game. It'll be Northeast Early College High School. That'll be on Friday. That's at their place. And then the next game after that will be another home game right here next Tuesday on the 11th against Lockhart. Here's Balambo trying to get it to Tombe, and he does, but Donahoe is able to take it right back away. Liam gets it to Alexander. Now here's Campbell Duncan, gets the layup to go. Anderson, the bench unit's getting some fast break opportunities, and they are working with it, making their case for some more minutes here. It's 76-28. Here's Tombe. Gives it to Brito Reyna, and you know what he's going to do.
All the way from Navarro.
That's his third. Kenny Brito Reyna starting to bomb away here in the fourth. That'll give Brito Reyna the team high for his team. To get it back to Hull. Now Anderson just playing keep away here. I believe that should be our final score. It'll be 76-31. Anderson winning big. And with the clock running out,
that's your ball game. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for coming out. Kids, enjoy school tomorrow. I bet you're looking forward
sorry about that. Just